Mate, over 3 years out of the octagon, does it feel like that long?
No, definitely not. I guess because there's been like that sort of time vacuum of COVID. So luckily for me, everything sort of slowed down for that gap. But I was just mentioning this, but like I've envisioned this so much in my head that it feels like I've always been here.
I'm sure you've gone through it 100 times, but just quickly give us like a summary of basically since the ACL in the Shogun fight.
Had my surgery, hamstring, went 9 months. Got a fight booked in New Zealand. Trained all the way through the camp and then did my meniscus there. They fixed that because I re-tore the meniscus during COVID and went in to get that looked at, and they found out that the hamstring wasn't holding well. So they were like, that was the hardest decision, whether or not to get the patella done. Yeah, it was just the hardest decision I've had to make. But now I did another camp after that, and we're finally back. It's been a long 14 weeks. I started in Dubai, went to freestyle at Wollongong, finished in Gold Coast, and now finally here in Vegas. So it's been a long time. And as sort of blasé as I said, that 3 years, it was definitely not that. It was a roller coaster for sure.
How did the kind of nerves compare to say your UFC debut?
Well, I wasn't nervous in my UFC debut, so I'm like, who knows, they might come up, but I'm definitely not nervous at the moment either. I live for this shit, so it's I love fighting. I'm supposed to be here.
Have you kind of, obviously you haven't had a fight, but do you think you'll fight differently? Have you made any changes to your actual fighting style?
Yeah, man. Not intentionally, but my mentality's changed. I've picked up new stuff. I've got a bit higher fight IQ. I don't want to say what's going to happen in the fight, because you never know once you get punched in the face what happens. But I expect it's a different Tyson.
And so you now kind of reflecting back on say the Shogun fight or the previous fights, how do you kind of view or assess where you were at then?
Yeah, well, that Shogun thing wouldn't have happened to me. Everyone was like, that was another thing. I just changed mentality on how I looked at everything as well. Like, everyone was like, man, you're beating him up until like you did that to your knee. And I was like, nah, it was because I let him get to my back. I didn't recover fast enough, didn't turn. So just not waiting for stuff to happen to me. Like I was sort of just chilling out in that position, and then that's what allowed him to do it. But everything's been more intense. My training, more focused, and the biggest change is my mentality.
And just tell us a bit about who you're fighting this week and what challenges he brings.
He's a big puncher. He's come from heavyweight, so he's got knockout power for sure. Tactically and strategically, it's a good fight for me. I was lucky enough for Eugene Behrman to break the fight down for me. Joe Lopez, Volkanovski, so I'm coach. So I'm in good hands. And then no fight's easy, but stay disciplined and stick to the plan, and they're up from here.
And in your mind, what's kind of the most important thing to do this weekend? Is it all about winning?
Nah, definitely not. Just having a perfect performance. So that was one thing I learned as well. Not thinking about the outcome, because that's when you start stressing. You forget about forget everything to do in the fight when you're only thinking about winning. So my only thoughts are on having a perfect performance inside, and then the win comes from that.
And well, obviously, while you've been on the shelf with your injuries, one of your good mates, Ty's been going on a tear. What's it been like to sit and watch that from the sidelines?
Yeah, I always love seeing people's success. Like, obviously, he's my family, so it's been awesome to watch the rise. At the same time, when we started, we were both on a bit of a losing streak, so it's good to see him just killing it at the moment. Just keep what he's doing. Hopefully, he'll have a title soon. Does
it add any fuel to your fire, or you didn't need it?
Nah, I didn't need it. It's out of love, I love seeing it, but no, I don't need any motivation.
You've got the Drink West shirt on. I got to ask about the ad.
Yeah.
Firstly, how many takes?
Bro, honestly, it wasn't as many as I thought it would be. Like, I thought it was going to be way worse. At the beginning, we couldn't stop laughing when Nathan Cleary was coming in. So there was probably six or seven solid ones where even everyone was getting frustrated because we couldn't even get past Nathan's part.
Not to the ground. He gets to his feet. Drink break. He gets to his feet. I don't need that. You're putting me off with that. Back there, waiting.
But it was a really fun day, man. To be honest, I haven't that was a just all around good day with good people, and it was really I think captured what Drink West is about, with all those people there. So it was just really cool.
Is Nathan really that bad, or
fucking oath, terrible, the worst?
He gets to his feet. 3 strikes and you're out.
But I was actually so impressed. Like, he knew how bad he was, and then he still went in there and had a crack. So most people were just like, nah, I'm not doing it, and good on him for just getting in there, still doing it, and it made the video 10 times funnier. So that's happy with that.
And who were the rest of the backup singers? Where'd they come from?
We just put it up on Instagram and said, who wants to come for free brisket and beer? So, but some people drove 4 hours. A guy flew from Brisbane. All he said is beer and brisket, and if you can sing, what about me?
And how did the idea to get Nosey involved come about?
Well, if there's one thing that Ty's good at, he's a marketing genius. So, yeah, he saw a video on YouTube that he wanted it to be same, and he said, "Let's do What About Me." So, genius idea, because it killed it.
And it was kind of about drumming up interest for investors. What's been the response like on that front?
Yeah, I don't know if I can release it yet, but the ad worked. So it's at the brewery should be opening. I think September or November. I could be wrong, but it's all going ahead, and it's blown up actually since that. So everything's going to plan. How
kind of important is that to have, particularly when you weren't fighting, to have stuff away from training, away from fighting, to kind of?
Yeah, I had to find stuff to do. So we had the beer. I opened up an Italian restaurant with one of my other business partners, and opened up a chicken wing and beer restaurant, because obviously when two fobs start a beer company, we didn't really know how to order, so we ordered way too much beer and we didn't know how to get rid of it. So we're like, okay, let's do a chicken wing and beer restaurant so we could sell more beer.
I'm very happy for you, and good luck this weekend.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much.
Have a good one. All the best, mate.